Welcome to Godlike Academy. For real, free practice exam questions, head to godlikeexams.com. And if these cloud certification lessons help you prep, hit subscribe and like. It really helps the channel. Question 1. A company plans to use an Amazon Snowball Edge device to transfer files to the AWS Cloud. Which activities related to a Snowball Edge device are available to the company at no cost? Option A, use of the Snowball Edge appliance for a 10-day period. Option B, the transfer of data out of Amazon S3 and to the Snowball Edge appliance. Option C, the transfer of data from the Snowball Edge appliance into Amazon S3. Option D, daily use of the Snowball Edge appliance after 10 days. The correct answer is C, the transfer of data from the Snowball Edge appliance into Amazon S3. According to AWS documentation, there is no charge for transferring data from a Snowball Edge device into Amazon S3. Charges apply for other activities, such as the daily use of the Snowball Edge, device beyond the initial period, and egress from Amazon S3 to the Snowball Edge. Question 2. A company has deployed applications on Amazon EC2 instances. The company needs to assess application vulnerabilities and must identify infrastructure deployments that do not meet best practices. Which AWS service can the company use to meet these requirements? Option A, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option B, Amazon Inspector. Option C, AWS Config. Option D, Amazon Guard Duty. The correct answer is B, Amazon Inspector. Amazon Inspector is the correct choice because it automatically assesses applications for security vulnerabilities and deviations from best practices, which aligns with the company's needs to assess application vulnerabilities and identify infrastructure deployments that do not meet best practices. Question 3. A company has a centralized group of users with large file storage requirements that have exceeded the space available on premises. The company wants to extend its file storage capabilities for this group while retaining the performance benefit of sharing content locally. What is the most operationally efficient AWS solution for this scenario? Option A, create an Amazon S3 bucket for each user. Mount each bucket by using an S3 file system mounting utility. Option B, configure and deploy an AWS Storage Gateway file gateway. Connect each user's workstation to the file gateway. Option C, move each user's working environment to Amazon workspaces. Set up an Amazon WorkDocs account for each user. Option D, deploy an Amazon EC2 instance and attach an Amazon Elastic Block Store, Amazon EBS, provisioned IOPS volume. Share the EBS volume directly with the users. The correct answer is B, configure and deploy an AWS Storage Gateway file gateway. Connect each user's workstation to the file gateway. Option B is correct because AWS Storage Gateway's file gateway provides a seamless way to connect on-premises applications to AWS cloud storage using standard file protocols, ensuring performance benefits similar to local storage while extending storage capacity. This solution efficiently integrates with existing infrastructure and supports large file storage requirements without the need for significant changes in user behavior or application architecture. Question 4. According to security best practices, how should an Amazon EC2 instance be given access to an Amazon S3 bucket? Option A, hard code an IAM user secret key and access key directly in the application and upload the file. Option B, store the IAM user secret key and access key in a text file on the EC2 instance. Read the keys, then upload the file. Option C, have the EC2 instance assume a role to obtain the privileges to upload the file. Option D, modify the S3 bucket policy so that any service can upload to it at any time. The correct answer is C, have the EC2 instance assume a role to obtain the privileges to upload the file. According to AWS security best practices, hard-coding credentials or storing them in files is insecure, ruling out options A and B. Modifying an S3 bucket policy to allow any service to upload at any time increases the risk of unauthorized access, ruling out option D. The correct approach is for the EC2 instance to assume a role with specific permissions, which provides secure, controlled access to the S3 bucket. Question 5. Which option is a customer responsibility when using Amazon DynamoDB under the AWS Shared Responsibility Model? Option A, physical security of DynamoDB. Option B, patching of DynamoDB. Option C, access to DynamoDB tables. Option D, encryption of data at rest in DynamoDB. The correct answer is C, access to DynamoDB tables. Under the AWS Shared Responsibility Model, customers are responsible for managing access to their DynamoDB tables, including setting up appropriate IAM policies and roles. Options A, B, and D are responsibilities of AWS. Question 6. Which option is a perspective that includes foundational capabilities of the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS CLF? Option A, sustainability. Option B, performance efficiency. Option C, governance. Option D, reliability. The correct answer is C, governance. Governance is one of the perspectives included in the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS CLF, which focuses on foundational capabilities such as decision-making, risk management, and compliance. This perspective helps organizations establish a clear set of policies, standards, and procedures to govern their cloud environment effectively. Question 7. A company is running and managing its own Docker environment on Amazon EC2 instances. The company wants an alternative to help manage cluster size, scheduling, and environment maintenance. Which AWS service meets these requirements? Option A, AWS Lambda. Option B, Amazon RDS. Option C, AWS Fargate. Option D, Amazon Athena. The correct answer is C, AWS Fargate. AWS Fargate allows you to run containers without managing the underlying EC2 instances, simplifying cluster size management, scheduling, and environment maintenance. This makes it an ideal alternative for a company looking to offload these responsibilities from their own Docker environment on Amazon EC2. Question 8. A company wants to run a NoSQL database on Amazon EC2 instances. Which task is the responsibility of AWS in this scenario? Option A, update the guest operating system of the EC2 instances. Option B, maintain high availability at the database layer. Option C, patch the physical infrastructure that hosts the EC2 instances. Option D, configure the security group firewall. The correct answer is C, patch the physical infrastructure that hosts the EC2 instances. According to AWS responsibilities, maintaining and patching the underlying infrastructure, including hardware and virtualization layers, is AWS's responsibility when you use services like Amazon EC2. Therefore, option C is correct. Question 9. Which AWS services or tools can identify right-sizing opportunities for Amazon EC2 instances? Choose 2. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, AWS Cost Explorer. Option B, AWS Billing Conductor. Option C, Amazon Code Guru. Option D, Amazon SageMaker. Option E, AWS Compute Optimizer. The correct answers are A and E. AWS Compute Optimizer provides right-sizing recommendations for EC2 instances based on analysis of historical utilization metrics. AWS Cost Explorer also offers features to identify potential right-sizing opportunities by analyzing cost and usage data over time. Question 10. Which of the following are benefits of using AWS Trusted Advisor? Choose 2. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, providing high-performance container orchestration. Option B, creating and rotating encryption keys. Option C, detecting underutilized resources to save costs. Option D, improving security by proactively monitoring the AWS environment. Option E, implementing enforced tagging across AWS resources. The correct answers are C and D. AWS Trusted Advisor provides checks for cost optimization, which includes detecting underutilized resources, option C. It also offers security check recommendations to help improve the security posture of your AWS environment by proactively monitoring it, option D, as per official AWS documentation. Question 11. Which of the following is an advantage that users experience when they move on-premises workloads to the AWS cloud? Option A, elimination of expenses for running and maintaining data centers. Option B, price discounts that are identical to discounts from hardware providers. Option C, distribution of all operational controls to AWS. Option D, elimination of operational expenses. The correct answer is A, elimination of expenses for running and maintaining data centers. Moving on-premises workloads to the AWS cloud allows users to eliminate the expenses associated with running and maintaining their own data centers, as stated in official AWS documentation. This shift enables organizations to focus on their core business rather than managing infrastructure. Question 12. A company wants to manage deployed IT services and govern its infrastructure as code, ISC templates. Which AWS service will meet this requirement? Option A, AWS Resource Explorer. Option B, AWS Service Catalog. Option C, AWS Organizations. Option D, AWS Systems Manager. The correct answer is B, AWS Service Catalog. AWS Service Catalog allows organizations to create and manage catalogs of IT services that provision resources using infrastructure as code, ISC templates, thereby enabling governance over the deployment of these services. Question 13. Which AWS service or tool helps users visualize, understand, and manage spending and usage over time? Option A, AWS Organizations. Option B, AWS Pricing Calculator. Option C, AWS Cost Explorer. Option D, AWS Service Catalog. The correct answer is C, AWS Cost Explorer. AWS Cost Explorer is the correct answer because it is a tool provided by AWS that allows users to visualize, understand, and manage their AWS costs and usage over time. It provides insights through visualizations and supports the analysis of historical spending. Question 14. A company is using a central data platform to manage multiple types of data for its customers. The company wants to use AWS services to discover, transform, and visualize the data. Which combination of AWS services should the company use to meet these requirements? Choose two. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, AWS Glue. Option B, Amazon Elastic File System, Amazon EFS. Option C, Amazon Redshift. Option D, Amazon QuickSight. Option E, Amazon Quantum Ledger Database, Amazon QLDB. The correct answers are A and D. AWS Glue is a fully managed ETL service that makes it easy to discover data, prepare it for analytics, and move it between various data stores. Amazon QuickSight is a fast, cloud-powered business intelligence service that makes it easy to create and publish interactive dashboards. Together, these services meet the requirements of discovering, transforming, and visualizing data. Question 15. A global company wants to migrate its third-party applications to the AWS Cloud. The company wants help from a global team of experts to complete the migration faster and more reliably in accordance with AWS internal best practices. Which AWS service or resource will meet these requirements? Option A, AWS Support. Option B, AWS Professional Services. Option C, AWS Launch Wizard. Option D, AWS Managed Services, AMS. The correct answer is B, AWS Professional Services. AWS Professional Services offers a global team of experts who can help migrate third-party applications to the AWS cloud quickly and reliably, following AWS best practices. This service is specifically designed for such engagements, making it the correct choice. Question 16. An e-learning platform needs to run an application for 2 months each year. The application will be deployed on Amazon EC2 instances. Any application downtime during those 2 months must be avoided. Which EC2 purchasing option will meet these requirements most cost-effectively? Option A, reserved instances. Option B, dedicated hosts. Option C, spot instances. Option D, on-demand instances. The correct answer is D, on-demand instances. On-demand instances, option D, provide the flexibility and reliability needed to avoid any application downtime, as they can be started and stopped at any time without upfront costs or long-term commitments. Reserved instances, dedicated hosts, and spot instances do not guarantee the same level of availability and cost-effectiveness for short-term usage as on-demand instances. Question 17. A developer wants to deploy an application quickly on AWS without manually creating the required resources. Which AWS service will meet these requirements? Option A, Amazon EC2. Option B, AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Option C, AWS Code Build. Option D, Amazon Personalize. The correct answer is B, AWS Elastic Beanstalk. AWS Elastic Beanstalk automatically handles the deployment from capacity provisioning, load balancing, and auto-scaling to health monitoring of the application. This service allows developers to quickly deploy applications without manually creating each required resource. Question 18. A company is storing sensitive customer data in an Amazon S3 bucket. The company wants to protect the data from accidental deletion or overwriting. Which S3 feature should the company use to meet these requirements? Option A, S3 Lifecycle Rules. Option B, S3 Versioning. Option C, S3 Bucket Policies. Option D, S3, server-side encryption. The correct answer is B, S3 versioning. S3 versioning allows for the preservation of multiple variants of an object, including all writes made to an object over time, which protects data from accidental deletion or overwriting. This feature ensures that every version of an object is stored and can be restored if needed. Question 19. Which AWS service provides the ability to manage infrastructure as code? Option A, AWS Code Pipeline. Option B, AWS Code Deploy. Option C, AWS Direct Connect. Option D, AWS Cloud Formation. The correct answer is D, AWS Cloud Formation. AWS Cloud Formation is the correct answer because it allows users to use infrastructure as code, ISC, to model and provision, through an easy-to-use interface, AWS infrastructure resources. This service enables you to use JSON or YAML to describe your AWS resources in a template that can be used to create, update, or delete these resources. Question 20. An online gaming company needs to choose a purchasing option to run its Amazon EC2 instances for 1 year. The web traffic is consistent, and any increases in traffic are predictable. The EC2 instances must be online and available without any disruption. Which EC2 instance purchasing option will meet these requirements most cost-effectively? Option A, on-demand instances. Option B, reserved instances. Option C, spot instances. Option D, spot fleet. The correct answer is B, reserved instances. Reserved instances provide a capacity reservation and a significant discount off the price of on-demand instances, making them more cost-effective for consistent workloads that require no disruption. This aligns with the company's need for consistent web traffic handling without any downtime. Question 21. Which AWS service or feature allows a user to establish a dedicated network connection between a company's on-premises data center and the AWS cloud? Option A, AWS Direct Connect. Option B, VPC peering. Option C, AWS VPN. Option D, Amazon Route 53. The correct answer is A, AWS Direct Connect. AWS Direct Connect provides a dedicated network connection from the user's premises to an AWS facility, enabling a consistent and more reliable network experience than internet-based connections. This service is specifically designed for establishing a direct link between on-premises data centers and the AWS cloud. Question 22. Which option is a physical location of the AWS global infrastructure? Option A, AWS Data Sync. Option B, AWS Region. Option C, Amazon Connect. Option D, AWS Organizations. The correct answer is B, AWS Region. An AWS region is a geographical location where AWS has multiple edge-located facilities, known as availability zones. Regions provide a physical location within the global infrastructure of AWS. Question 23. A company wants to protect its AWS cloud information, systems, and assets while performing risk assessment and mitigation tasks. Which pillar of the AWS well-architected framework is supported by these goals? Option A, reliability. Option B, security. Option C, operational excellence. Option D, performance efficiency. The correct answer is B, security. The correct answer is B, security. According to the AWS well-architected framework, the security pillar focuses on protecting information, systems, and assets while performing risk assessments and mitigating potential threats, which aligns with the company's goals. Question 24. What is the purpose of having an internet gateway within a VPC? Option A, to create a VPN connection to the VPC. Option B, to allow communication between the VPC and the internet. Option C, to impose bandwidth constraints on internet traffic. Option D, to load balance traffic from the internet across Amazon EC2 instances. The correct answer is B, to allow communication between the VPC and the internet. According to AWS documentation, an internet gateway is used to enable communication between instances in a VPC and the internet. It serves as the target in a route table for the route used to send traffic from your VPC to the internet. Question 25. A company is running a monolithic on-premises application that does not scale and is difficult to maintain. The company has a plan to migrate the application to AWS and divide the application into microservices. Which best practice of the AWS well-architected framework is the company following with this plan? Option A, integrate functional testing as part of AWS deployment. Option B, use automation to deploy changes. Option C, deploy the application to multiple locations. Option D, implement loosely coupled dependencies. The correct answer is D, implement loosely coupled dependencies. The correct answer is D because dividing a monolithic application into microservices aligns with implementing loosely coupled dependencies, which is a best practice in the AWS well-architected framework. This approach enhances scalability and maintainability by breaking down the application into smaller, independent components that can be developed, deployed, and scaled individually. Question 26. A company has an AWS account. The company wants to audit its password and access key rotation details for compliance purposes. Which AWS service or tool will meet this requirement? Option A, IAM Access Analyzer. Option B, AWS Artifact. Option C, IAM Credential Report. Option D, AWS Audit Manager. The correct answer is C, IAM Credential Report. The correct answer is C, IAM Credential Report. According to official AWS documentation, the IAM Credential Report provides information about the status of all access keys and passwords for every IAM user in your account, including details such as when they were last rotated. Question 27. A company wants to receive a notification when a specific AWS cost threshold is reached. Which AWS services or tools can the company use to meet this requirement? Choose two. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, Amazon Simple Queue Service, Amazon SQS. Option B, AWS Budgets. Option C, Cost Explorer. Option D, Amazon CloudWatch. Option E, AWS Cost and Usage Report. The correct answers are B and D. AWS Budgets allows users to set custom budgets for cost or usage with alerts when the budget threshold is met or exceeded. Amazon CloudWatch can be used to monitor AWS costs and send notifications based on alarms that trigger when specific thresholds are reached. Question 28. Which AWS service or resource provides answers to the most frequently asked security-related questions that AWS receives from its users? Option A, AWS Artifact. Option B, Amazon Connect. Option C, AWS Chatbot. Option D, AWS Knowledge Center. The correct answer is D, AWS Knowledge Center. The correct answer is D, AWS Knowledge Center. According to official AWS documentation, the AWS Knowledge Center provides answers to frequently asked questions, including security-related inquiries, helping users find solutions and information quickly. Question 29. Which tasks are customer responsibilities according to the AWS shared responsibility model? Choose 2. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, configure the AWS provided security group firewall. Option B, classify company assets in the AWS cloud. Option C, determine which availability zones to use for Amazon S3 buckets. Option D, patch or upgrade Amazon DynamoDB. Option E, select Amazon EC2 instances to run AWS Lambda on. The correct answers are A and B according to the AWS shared responsibility model. Customers are responsible for configuring security group firewall settings, option A, and managing their own data classification within the cloud environment, option B. These tasks fall under customer responsibilities as they involve specific configurations and management actions that are not handled by AWS. Question 30. Which of the following are pillars of the AWS well-architected framework? Choose 2. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, availability. Option B, reliability. Option C, scalability. Option D, responsive design. Option E, operational excellence. The correct answers are B and E according to the AWS well-architected framework. The 5 pillars are reliability, security, performance efficiency, cost optimization, and operational excellence. Therefore, reliability, B, and operational excellence, E, are correct choices. Question 31. Which AWS service or feature is used to send both text and email messages from distributed applications? Option A, Amazon Simple Notification Service, Amazon SNS. Option B, Amazon Simple Email Service, Amazon SES. Option C, Amazon CloudWatch Alerts. Option D, Amazon Simple Queue Service, Amazon SQS. The correct answer is A, Amazon Simple Notification Service, Amazon SNS. Amazon Simple Notification Service, Amazon SNS, supports sending both text messages via SMS and email notifications, making it suitable for distributed applications needing to send different types of messages. Other options like Amazon SES only support email, CloudWatch alerts are for monitoring, and SQS is a messaging queue service. Question 32. A user needs programmatic access to AWS resources through the AWS CLI or the AWS API. Which option will provide the user with the appropriate access? Option A, Amazon Inspector. Option B, Access Keys. Option C, SSH Public Keys. Option D, AWS Key Management Service, AWS KMS Keys. The correct answer is B, Access Keys. Access keys are required for programmatic access to AWS resources through the AWS CLI or API, as they provide the necessary credentials for authentication and authorization according to official AWS documentation. Question 33. A company runs thousands of simultaneous simulations using AWS Batch. Each simulation is stateless, is fault-tolerant, and runs for up to 3 hours. Which pricing model enables the company to optimize costs and meet these requirements? Option A, reserved instances. Option B, spot instances. Option C, on-demand instances. Option D, dedicated instances. The correct answer is B, spot instances. Spot instances are the most cost-effective option for stateless, fault-tolerant workloads that can be interrupted and do not require a consistent uptime, as they allow users to bid on unused EC2 instances at a discount compared to on-demand prices. This aligns well with the company's need to run thousands of simultaneous simulations using AWS Batch. Question 34. What does the concept of agility mean in AWS Cloud Computing? Choose 2. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, the speed at which AWS resources are implemented. Option B, the speed at which AWS creates new AWS regions. Option C, the ability to experiment quickly. Option D, the elimination of wasted capacity. Option E, the low cost of entry into cloud computing. The correct answers are A and C. Agility in AWS Cloud Computing refers to the capability to rapidly deploy and scale resources as needed, option A, and to swiftly test and iterate on new ideas or projects, option C. These capabilities are foundational to achieving business agility through cloud computing. Question 35. A company needs to block SQL injection attacks. Which AWS service or feature can meet this requirement? Option A, AWS WAF. Option B, AWS Shield. Option C, network ACLs. Option D, security groups. The correct answer is A, AWS WAF. AWS WAF, Web Application Firewall, is designed to protect web applications from common web exploits and bots by allowing users to create, manage, and deploy rules that block or allow traffic based on conditions you define. This makes AWS WAF suitable for blocking SQL injection attacks. Question 36. Which AWS service or feature identifies whether an Amazon S3 bucket or an IAM role has been shared with an external entity? Option A, AWS Service Catalog. Option B, AWS Systems Manager. Option C, AWS IAM Access Analyzer. Option D, AWS Organizations. The correct answer is C, AWS IAM Access Analyzer. AWS IAM Access Analyzer is designed to automatically discover and analyze permissions across various AWS resources, including Amazon S3 buckets and IAM roles, to identify whether they have been shared with external entities. This service helps in identifying potential security issues related to resource sharing. Question 37. A cloud practitioner needs to obtain AWS compliance reports before migrating an environment to the AWS cloud. How can these reports be generated? Option A, contact the AWS compliance team. Option B, download the reports from AWS Artifact. Option C, open a case with AWS support. Option D, generate the reports with Amazon Macie. The correct answer is B, download the reports from AWS Artifact. AWS Artifact is the service through which customers can download AWS compliance documents, including attestation reports and contractually binding agreements. These documents are essential for organizations that require formal evidence of AWS's adherence to various standards and regulations. Question 38. An e-commerce company has migrated its IT infrastructure from an on-premises data center to the AWS cloud. Which cost is the company's direct responsibility? Option A, cost of application software licenses. Option B, cost of the hardware infrastructure on AWS. Option C, cost of power for the AWS servers. Option D, cost of physical security for the AWS data center. The correct answer is A, cost of application software licenses. According to AWS, customers are responsible for their own application software licenses when using AWS services, option A. The cost of hardware infrastructure, power, and physical security is managed by AWS as part of the infrastructure as a service, IaaS, model. Question 39. A company is setting up AWS Identity and Access Management, IAM, on an AWS account. Which recommendation complies with IAM security best practices? Option A, use the account root user access keys for administrative tasks. Option B, grant broad permissions so that all company employees can access the resources they need. Option C, turn on multi-factor authentication, MFI, for added security during the login process. Option D, avoid rotating credentials to prevent issues in production applications. The correct answer is C, turn on multi-factor authentication, MFI, for added security during the login process. According to AWS best practices, turning on multi-factor authentication, MFI, adds an extra layer of security by requiring a second form of verification in addition to the password. This helps protect against unauthorized access even if passwords are compromised. Question 40. Elasticity in the AWS cloud refers to which of the following? Choose 2. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, how quickly an Amazon EC2 instance can be restarted. Option B, the ability to right-size resources as demand shifts. Option C, the maximum amount of RAM an Amazon EC2 instance can use. Option D, the pay-as-you-go billing model. Option E, how easily resources can be procured when they are needed. The correct answers are B and E according to AWS documentation. Elasticity in the AWS cloud refers to the ability to scale resources up or down as demand shifts. Option B, and the ease with which these resources can be acquired when needed, option E. Question 41. Which service enables customers to audit API calls in their AWS accounts? Option A, AWS Cloud Trail. Option B, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option C, Amazon Inspector. Option D, AWS X-Ray. The correct answer is A, AWS Cloud Trail. AWS Cloud Trail is the service that enables customers to audit API calls in their AWS accounts by recording AWS API calls and delivering log files to the user's specified S3 bucket. Question 42. What is a customer responsibility when using AWS Lambda according to the AWS shared responsibility model? Option A, managing the code within the Lambda function. Option B, confirming that the hardware is working in the data center. Option C, patching the operating system. Option D, shutting down Lambda functions when they are no longer in use. The correct answer is A, managing the code within the Lambda function. According to the AWS shared responsibility model, customers are responsible for managing the code within their AWS Lambda functions. This includes writing, testing, and deploying the function code, as well as ensuring that it operates correctly. Question 43. A company has 5 TB of data stored in Amazon S3. The company plans to occasionally run queries on the data for analysis. Which AWS service should the company use to run these queries in the most cost-effective manner? Option A, Amazon Redshift. Option B, Amazon Athena. Option C, Amazon Kinesis. Option D, Amazon RDS. The correct answer is B, Amazon Athena. Amazon Athena is the most cost-effective option for running occasional queries on data stored in Amazon S3, as it charges only for the data scanned during query execution without requiring any upfront investments or ongoing management of infrastructure. Question 44. Which AWS service can be used at no additional cost? Option A, Amazon SageMaker. Option B, AWS Config. Option C, AWS Organizations. Option D, Amazon CloudWatch. The correct answer is C, AWS Organizations. AWS Organizations is included at no additional cost and allows you to centrally manage and govern multiple AWS accounts. This aligns with official AWS documentation, which states that there are no additional charges for using AWS Organizations itself, though usage of other AWS services within the organization may incur costs. Question 45. Which AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS CLF, capability belongs to the people perspective? Option A, Data Architecture. Option B, Event Management. Option C, Cloud Fluency. Option D, Strategic Partnership. The correct answer is C, Cloud Fluency. According to the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS CLF, Cloud Fluency is categorized under the people perspective, as it focuses on building the skills and knowledge within an organization to effectively use cloud technologies. This aligns with the goal of enhancing the workforce's ability to innovate and deliver value through cloud computing. Question 46. A company wants to make an upfront commitment for continued use of its production Amazon EC2 instances in exchange for a reduced overall cost. Which pricing options meet these requirements with the lowest cost? Choose 2. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, spot instances. Option B, on-demand instances. Option C, reserved instances. Option D, savings plans. Option E, dedicated hosts. The correct answers are C and D, reserved instances, and savings plans are designed for customers who want to make upfront commitments in exchange for lower costs compared to on-demand pricing. Both options provide significant savings over on-demand or spot instance pricing when the usage is predictable and consistent. Question 47. A company wants to migrate its on-premises relational databases to the AWS cloud. The company wants to use infrastructure as close to its current geographical location as possible. Which AWS service or resource should the company use to select its Amazon RDS deployment area? Option A, Amazon Connect. Option B, AWS Wavelength. Option C, AWS Regions. Option D, AWS Direct Connect. The correct answer is C, AWS Regions. The correct answer is C, AWS Regions. AWS regions are geographic locations around the world that allow customers to deploy their applications and services closer to end users for lower latency and higher availability. Amazon RDS can be deployed in any of these regions, enabling the company to choose a location closest to its current geographical area. Question 48. A company is exploring the use of the AWS Cloud and needs to create a cost estimate for a project before the infrastructure is provisioned. Which AWS service or feature can be used to estimate costs before deployment? Option A, AWS Free Tier. Option B, AWS Pricing Calculator. Option C, AWS Billing and Cost Management. Option D, AWS Cost and Usage Report. The correct answer is B, AWS Pricing Calculator. The correct answer is B, AWS Pricing Calculator. According to official AWS documentation, the AWS Pricing Calculator allows users to generate custom cost estimates based on their expected usage of various AWS services before deployment. Question 49. A company is building an application that needs to deliver images and videos globally with minimal latency. Which approach can the company use to accomplish this in a cost-effective manner? Option A, deliver the content through Amazon CloudFront. Option B, store the content on Amazon S3 and enable S3 cross-region replication. Option C, implement a VPN across multiple AWS regions. Option D, deliver the content through AWS Private Link. The correct answer is A, deliver the content through Amazon CloudFront. Amazon CloudFront is a global content delivery network, CDN service that securely delivers data, videos, applications, and IPs to customers globally with low latency and high transfer speeds. It integrates seamlessly with other AWS services like Amazon S3 and can cache content at edge locations worldwide, reducing latency and improving user experience. Question 50. Which option is a benefit of the economies of scale based on the advantages of cloud computing? Option A, the ability to trade variable expense for fixed expense. Option B, increased speed and agility. Option C, lower variable costs over fixed costs. Option D, increased operational costs across data centers. The correct answer is C, lower variable costs over fixed costs. The correct answer is C because economies of scale in cloud computing allow for lower variable costs over fixed costs, as AWS can spread the cost of infrastructure over a large number of users, reducing individual user expenses and providing scalable resources at a more economical rate compared to maintaining fixed costs in traditional on-premises solutions. Question 51. Which of the following is a software development framework that a company can use to define cloud resources as code and provision the resources through AWS CloudFormation? Option A, AWS CLI. Option B, AWS Developer Center. Option C, AWS Cloud Development Kit, AWS CDK. Option D, AWS CodeStar. The correct answer is C, AWS Cloud Development Kit, AWS CDK. The correct answer is C, AWS Cloud Development Kit, AWS CDK. The AWS CDK is an open-source software development framework that allows developers to define cloud infrastructure in code using familiar programming languages and provision these resources through AWS CloudFormation. Question 52. A company is developing an application that uses multiple AWS services. The application needs to use temporary, limited privilege credentials for authentication with other AWS IPIs. Which AWS service or feature should the company use to meet these authentication requirements? Option A, Amazon IPI Gateway. Option B, IAM Users. Option C, AWS Security Token Service, AWS STS. Option D, IAM instance profiles. The correct answer is C, AWS Security Token Service, AWS STS. The correct answer is C, AWS Security Token Service, AWS STS. AWS STS provides a way to request temporary, limited privilege credentials for AWS identity and access management, IAM users, applications, or roles. These temporary credentials are ideal for securely accessing AWS IPIs with controlled permissions. Question 53. Which AWS service is a Cloud Security Posture Management, CSPM, service that aggregates alerts from various AWS services and partner products in a standardized format? Option A, AWS Security Hub. Option B, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option C, Amazon Event Bridge. Option D, Amazon Guard Duty. The correct answer is A, AWS Security Hub. AWS Security Hub is a Cloud Security Posture Management, CSPM, service that collects and organizes security alerts and findings from multiple AWS services, integrated third-party products, and partner solutions into a unified view. This aggregation helps users to identify, prioritize, and respond to potential security issues more effectively. Question 54. Which AWS service is always provided at no charge? Option A, Amazon S3. Option B, AWS Identity and Access Management, IAM. Option C, Elastic Load Balancers. Option D, AWS WAF. The correct answer is B, AWS Identity and Access Management, IAM. AWS Identity and Access Management, IAM, is always provided at no charge according to AWS documentation. IAM allows you to manage access to AWS services and resources securely without incurring any costs for the service itself. Question 55. To reduce costs, a company is planning to migrate a NoSQL database to AWS, which AWS service is fully managed and can automatically scale throughput capacity to meet database workload demands. Option A, Amazon Redshift. Option B, Amazon Aurora. Option C, Amazon DynamoDB. Option D, Amazon RDS. The correct answer is C, Amazon DynamoDB. Amazon DynamoDB is a fully managed NoSQL database service by AWS that can automatically scale throughput capacity to meet the demands of the workload, making it suitable for reducing costs through efficient resource utilization. Question 56. A company is using Amazon DynamoDB. Which task is the company's responsibility according to the AWS shared responsibility model? Option A, patch the operating system. Option B, provision hosts. Option C, manage database access permissions. Option D, secure the operating system. The correct answer is C, manage database access permissions. According to the AWS shared responsibility model, managing database access permissions is the customer's responsibility when using Amazon DynamoDB. AWS manages the underlying infrastructure and security of the service itself, but access control mechanisms like IAM policies for DynamoDB are managed by the customer. Question 57. A company has a test AWS environment. A company is planning on testing an application within AWS. The application testing can be interrupted and does not need to run continuously. Which Amazon EC2 purchasing option will meet these requirements most cost-effectively? Option A, on-demand instances. Option B, dedicated instances. Option C, spot instances. Option D, reserved instances. The correct answer is C, spot instances. Spot instances are the most cost-effective option for testing an application that can be interrupted and does not need to run continuously, as they allow users to bid on spare Amazon EC2 computing capacity at a lower price than on-demand instance prices. Question 58. Which AWS service gives users the ability to discover and protect sensitive data that is stored in Amazon S3 buckets? Option A, Amazon Macy. Option B, Amazon Detective. Option C, Amazon Guard Duty. Option D, AWS IAM Access Analyzer. The correct answer is A, Amazon Macy. Amazon Macy is a service that uses machine learning to automatically discover, classify, and protect sensitive data in AWS environments, including data stored in Amazon S3 buckets. This makes it the correct choice for discovering and protecting sensitive data in S3. Question 59. Which of the following services can be used to block network traffic to an instance? Choose two. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, security groups. Option B, Amazon Virtual Private Cloud, Amazon VPC flow logs. Option C, network ACLs. Option D, Amazon CloudWatch. Option E, AWS Cloud Trail. The correct answers are A and C. Security groups act as virtual firewalls for your EC2 instances to control inbound and outbound traffic. Network ACLs are stateless firewall rules that can be used to allow or block traffic at the subnet level. Question 60. Which AWS service can identify when an Amazon EC2 instance was terminated? Option A, AWS Identity and Access Management, IAM. Option B, AWS Cloud Trail. Option C, AWS Compute Optimizer. Option D, Amazon EventBridge. The correct answer is B, AWS Cloud Trail. AWS Cloud Trail provides a record of actions taken by AWS account users, roles, or an AWS service, including API calls made to launch, stop, terminate EC2 instances. This allows for the identification of when specific events like termination of an Amazon EC2 instance occurred. Question 61. Which of the following is a fully managed MySQL-compatible database? Option A, Amazon S3. Option B, Amazon DynamoDB. Option C, Amazon Redshift. Option D, Amazon Aurora. The correct answer is D, Amazon Aurora. Amazon Aurora is a fully managed MySQL-compatible database service offered by AWS, designed to be compatible with both MySQL and Postgres. This makes it possible for users to run their applications without worrying about the underlying infrastructure management. Question 62. Which AWS service supports a hybrid architecture that gives users the ability to extend AWS infrastructure, AWS services, APIs, and tools to data centers, colocation environments, or on-premises facilities? Option A, AWS Snowmobile. Option B, AWS Local Zones. Option C, AWS Outposts. Option D, AWS Fargate. The correct answer is C, AWS Outposts. AWS Outposts is the correct answer because it extends AWS infrastructure, services, APIs, and tools to on-premises facilities, enabling a hybrid cloud architecture. This allows customers to run workloads on hardware that is identical to that in AWS data centers. Question 63. Which AWS service can run a managed Postgres database that provides online transaction processing, OLTP? Option A, Amazon DynamoDB. Option B, Amazon Athena. Option C, Amazon RDS. Option D, Amazon EMR. The correct answer is C, Amazon RDS. Amazon RDS supports managed Postgres databases, making it suitable for online transaction processing, OLTP. Other options like Amazon DynamoDB, Amazon Athena, and Amazon EMR do not provide a managed Postgres service. Question 64. A company wants to provide managed Windows virtual desktops and applications to its remote employees over secure network connections. Which AWS services can the company use to meet these requirements? Choose two. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, Amazon Connect. Option B, Amazon AppStream 2. Option C, Amazon Workspaces. Option D, AWS Site-to-Site VPN. Option E, Amazon Elastic Container Service, Amazon ECS. The correct answers are B and C. Amazon AppStream 2 allows users to stream and access applications from remote locations securely, making it suitable for providing managed Windows applications over secure connections. Amazon Workspaces provides secure, managed Windows virtual desktops that can be accessed remotely, fulfilling the requirement for managed Windows virtual desktops. Question 65. A company wants to monitor for misconfigured security groups that are allowing unrestricted access to specific ports. Which AWS service will meet this requirement? Option A, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option B, Amazon CloudWatch. Option C, Amazon Guard Duty. Option D, AWS Health Dashboard. The correct answer is A, AWS Trusted Advisor. AWS Trusted Advisor checks for security group misconfigurations that allow unrestricted access to specific ports, among other issues, and provides recommendations to correct them. This makes it the appropriate service for monitoring such misconfigurations. Question 66. Which AWS service is a key-value database that provides sub-millisecond latency on a large scale? Option A, Amazon DynamoDB. Option B, Amazon Aurora. Option C, Amazon DocumentDB with MongoDB compatibility. Option D, Amazon Neptune. The correct answer is A, Amazon DynamoDB. Amazon DynamoDB is a key-value and document database that delivers single-digit millisecond performance at any scale, making it the correct choice for achieving sub-millisecond latency on a large scale. Other options like Amazon Aurora, DocumentDB, and Neptune are relational or graph databases, which do not specifically cater to key-value storage with such low latency guarantees. Question 67. A company is deploying a machine learning, ML, research project that will require a lot of compute power over several months. The ML processing jobs do not need to run at specific times, which Amazon EC2 instance purchasing option will meet these requirements at the lowest cost. Option A, on-demand instances. Option B, spot instances. Option C, reserved instances. Option D, dedicated instances. The correct answer is B, spot instances. Spot instances are the most cost-effective option for flexible workloads that do not require specific running times, as they allow users to bid on spare Amazon EC2 capacity at up to a 90% discount compared to on-demand prices. This makes them ideal for long-running ML research projects where compute power is needed over several months. Question 68. Which AWS services or features provide disaster recovery solutions for Amazon EC2 instances? Choose 2. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, EC2 reserved instances. Option B, EC2 Amazon Machine Images, AMIs. Option C, Amazon Elastic Block Store, Amazon EBS, snapshots. Option D, AWS Shield. Option E, Amazon Guard Duty. The correct answers are B and C. EC2 Amazon Machine Images. AMIs allow you to create a template from which new EC2 instances can be launched quickly and consistently for disaster recovery purposes. Amazon Elastic Block Store, Amazon EBS. Snapshots provide point-in-time backups of EBS volumes that can be used to restore data, ensuring the availability of your application's state post-disaster. Question 69. Which AWS service provides command line access to AWS tools and resources directly from a web browser? Option A, AWS Cloud HSM. Option B, AWS Cloud Shell. Option C, Amazon Workspaces. Option D, AWS Cloud Map. The correct answer is B, AWS Cloud Shell. AWS Cloud Shell is an online shell that provides command line access to AWS services and resources directly from the web browser within the AWS Management Console. It automatically sets up and configures the AWS CLI, making it easy for users to run commands without needing to install or configure anything locally. Question 70. A network engineer needs to build a hybrid cloud architecture connecting on-premises networks to the AWS cloud using AWS Direct Connect. The company has a few VPCs in a single AWS region and expects to increase the number of VPCs to hundreds over time. Which AWS service or feature should the engineer use to simplify and scale this connectivity as the VPCs increase in number? Option A, VPC endpoints. Option B, AWS Transit Gateway. Option C, Amazon Route 53. Option D, AWS Secrets Manager. The correct answer is B, AWS Transit Gateway. AWS Transit Gateway is designed to simplify and scale network connectivity for environments with multiple VPCs, on-premises data centers, and remote offices. It provides a centralized hub for connecting multiple VPCs within the same or different regions, as well as on-premises networks via AWS Direct Connect, making it ideal for scaling hybrid cloud architectures. Question 71. A company wants to assess its operational readiness. It also wants to identify and mitigate any operational risks ahead of a new product launch, which AWS Support Plan offers guidance and support for this kind of event at no additional charge. Option A, AWS Business Support. Option B, AWS Basic Support. Option C, AWS Developer Support. Option D, AWS Enterprise Support. The correct answer is D, AWS Enterprise Support. AWS Enterprise Support is designed for mission-critical workloads and provides additional benefits such as detailed architectural reviews, operational assessments, and risk mitigation support at no additional charge. making it suitable for assessing operational readiness before a product launch. Question 72. A company wants to establish a schedule for rotating database user credentials. Which AWS service will support this requirement with the least amount of operational overhead? Option A, AWS Systems Manager. Option B, AWS Secrets Manager. Option C, AWS License Manager. Option D, AWS Managed Services. The correct answer is B, AWS Secrets Manager. AWS Secrets Manager automates the rotation of database credentials, reducing operational overhead as it handles the scheduling and updating of secrets without manual intervention. This service is specifically designed for managing and rotating access keys, passwords, and other secrets. Question 73. Which AWS service or feature can be used to create a private connection between an on-premises workload and an AWS Cloud workload? Option A, Amazon Route 53. Option B, Amazon Macy. Option C, AWS Direct Connect. Option D, AWS Private Link. The correct answer is C, AWS Direct Connect. AWS Direct Connect provides dedicated private connectivity between an on-premises network and the AWS cloud, allowing for a consistent, low-latency connection without traversing public networks. Question 74. Which AWS service is used to provide encryption for Amazon EBS? Option A, AWS Certificate Manager. Option B, AWS Systems Manager. Option C, AWS KMS. Option D, AWS Config. The correct answer is C, AWS KMS. AWS Key Management Service, KMS, is used to provide encryption for Amazon Elastic Block Store, EBS. This service allows customers to create and manage cryptographic keys, which can be used to encrypt EBS volumes. Question 75. A company wants to manage its AWS cloud resources through a web interface. Which AWS service will meet this requirement? Option A, AWS Management Console. Option B, AWS CLI. Option C, AWS SDK. Option D, AWS Cloud 9. The correct answer is A, AWS Management Console. The correct answer is A, AWS Management Console, because it provides a web interface through which users can manage and interact with all of their AWS services and resources directly via a browser. The other options, AWS CLI, AWS SDK, AWS Cloud 9, do not provide a web-based management interface. Question 76. Which of the following are advantages of the AWS Cloud? Choose 2. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, trade variable expenses for capital expenses. Option B, high economies of scale. Option C, launch globally in minutes. Option D, focus on managing hardware infrastructure. Option E, over-provision to ensure capacity. The correct answers are B and C. High economies of scale, B, are an advantage because AWS can spread costs across a large customer base and massive infrastructure, offering cost-effective services. Launching globally in minutes, C, is another advantage as AWS allows for quick deployment of applications to multiple regions worldwide, enhancing global reach and performance. Question 77. Which AWS cloud benefit is shown by an architecture's ability to withstand failures with minimal downtime? Option A, agility. Option B, elasticity. Option C, scalability. Option D, high availability. The correct answer is D, high availability. High availability refers to system design that aims to ensure a high level of operational performance, even in the event of failures. This is achieved through redundancy and failover mechanisms, which minimize downtime, directly addressing the question's focus on an architecture's ability to withstand failures with minimal downtime. Question 78. A developer needs to maintain a development environment infrastructure and a production environment infrastructure in a repeatable fashion. Which AWS service should the developer use to meet these requirements? Option A, AWS Ground Station. Option B, AWS Shield. Option C, AWS IoT Device Defender. Option D, AWS Cloud Formation. The correct answer is D, AWS Cloud Formation. AWS Cloud Formation is designed to provide a repeatable and programmable way to create and manage a collection of related AWS resources, known as a stack. This makes it ideal for maintaining consistent development and production environment infrastructures. Question 79. Which task is the customer's responsibility according to the AWS shared responsibility model? Option A, maintain the security of the AWS cloud. Option B, configure firewalls and networks. Option C, patch the operating system of Amazon RDS instances. Option D, implement physical and environmental controls. The correct answer is B, configure firewalls and networks. According to the AWS shared responsibility model, configuring firewalls and networks is a customer's responsibility. AWS manages the underlying infrastructure, but customers are responsible for tasks such as network configuration and firewall settings. Question 80. Which AWS service helps deliver highly available applications with fast failover for multi-region and multi-IZ architectures? Option A, AWS WAF. Option B, AWS Global Accelerator. Option C, AWS Shield. Option D, AWS Direct Connect. The correct answer is B, AWS Global Accelerator. AWS Global Accelerator is designed to improve the performance and availability of your applications by routing traffic to the optimal endpoint, which can span multiple regions and availability zones. This service helps in achieving fast failover capabilities for multi-region and multi-IZ architectures, ensuring high availability. Question 81. A company has a set of e-commerce applications. The applications need to be able to send messages to each other. Which AWS service meets this requirement? Option A, AWS Autoscaling. Option B, Elastic Load Balancing. Option C, Amazon Simple Queue Service, Amazon SQS. Option D, Amazon Kinesis Data Streams. The correct answer is C, Amazon Simple Queue Service, Amazon SQS. Amazon Simple Queue Service, Amazon SQS, is designed for decoupling and scaling microservices, distributed systems, and serverless applications by allowing them to send, store, and receive messages. This makes it suitable for e-commerce applications that need to communicate with each other asynchronously. Question 82. What are the benefits of consolidated billing for AWS Cloud Services? Choose 2. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, volume discounts. Option B, a minimal additional fee for use. Option C, one bill for multiple accounts. Option D, installment payment options. Option E, custom cost and usage budget creation. The correct answers are A and C. Consolidated billing in AWS provides volume discounts. Option A, because combining the usage of multiple accounts can lead to higher usage tiers that qualify for discounted rates. Additionally, it offers one bill for multiple accounts. Option C, simplifying the management and tracking of costs across different AWS accounts. Question 83. A user wants to review all Amazon S3 buckets with ACLs and S3 bucket policies in the S3 console. Which AWS service or resource will meet this requirement? Option A, S3 multi-region access points. Option B, S3 storage lens. Option C, AWS IAM Identity Center, AWS single sign-on. Option D, Access Analyzer for S3. The correct answer is D, Access Analyzer for S3. Access Analyzer for S3 is designed to help users review and analyze permissions on Amazon S3 buckets, including ACLs and bucket policies. This service provides insights directly within the S3 console, making it the appropriate choice for this requirement as per official AWS documentation. Question 84. What is the best resource for a user to find compliance-related information and reports about Oz? Option A, AWS Artifact. Option B, AWS Marketplace. Option C, Amazon Inspector. Option D, AWS Support. The correct answer is A, AWS Artifact. AWS Artifact is the best resource for finding compliance-related information and reports about Oz, as it provides on-demand access to AWS security and compliance documentation, such as SOC and PCI reports. Question 85. Which AWS service enables companies to deploy an application close to end users? Option A, Amazon CloudFront. Option B, AWS Autoscaling. Option C, AWS AppSync. Option D, Amazon Route 53. The correct answer is A, Amazon CloudFront. Amazon CloudFront is a global content delivery network, CDN service that enables companies to deliver content to end users with low latency and high transfer speeds by caching content at edge locations around the world, closer to the user. Question 86. Which AWS service or feature improves network performance by sending traffic through the Oz worldwide network infrastructure? Option A, Route Table. Option B, AWS Transit Gateway. Option C, AWS Global Accelerator. Option D, Amazon VPC. The correct answer is C, AWS Global Accelerator. AWS Global Accelerator improves network performance by routing traffic through the Oz global network, which can reduce latency and improve the availability of your applications. This service is specifically designed to provide a more efficient path for traffic compared to standard internet routes. Question 87. Which AWS service provides highly durable object storage? Option A, Amazon S3. Option B, Amazon Elastic File System, Amazon EFS. Option C, Amazon Elastic Block Store, Amazon EBS. Option D, Amazon FSx. The correct answer is A. Amazon S3. Amazon S3 is designed for durable object storage, offering 99.9999999% durability and 99.99% availability of objects stored, as per AWS documentation. Question 88. Which responsibility belongs to AWS when a company hosts its databases on Amazon EC2 instances? Option A. Database backups. Option B. Database software patches. Option C. Operating system patches. Option D. Operating system installations. The correct answer is D. Operating system installations. According to AWS Shared Responsibility Model, AWS is responsible for the infrastructure running underneath the Amazon EC2 service, including operating system installations. However, once an instance is launched, the customer is responsible for maintaining the operating system and any applications installed on it. Question 89. Which of the following are advantages of moving to the AWS cloud? Choose 2. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, the ability to turn over the responsibility for all security to AWS. Option B, the ability to use the pay-as-you-go model. Option C, the ability to have full control over the physical infrastructure. Option D, no longer having to guess what capacity will be required. Option E, no longer worrying about users' access controls. The correct answers are B and D according to AWS documentation. Moving to the AWS cloud allows for a pay-as-you-go model option B, which means you only pay for the services you use. Additionally, it eliminates the need to guess at capacity requirements, option D, because AWS provides scalable resources that can adjust automatically based on demand. Question 90. Which AWS service is a hybrid cloud storage service that provides on-premises users access to virtually unlimited cloud storage? Option A, AWS DataSync. Option B, Amazon S3 Glacier. Option C, AWS Storage Gateway. Option D, Amazon Elastic Block Store, Amazon EBS. The correct answer is C, AWS Storage Gateway. AWS Storage Gateway is a hybrid cloud storage service that connects on-premises software and on-premises infrastructure to AWS's storage services, providing on-premises users access to virtually unlimited cloud storage. Question 91. A company plans to migrate to AWS and wants to create cost estimates for its AWS use cases. Which AWS service or tool can the company use to meet these requirements? Option A, AWS Pricing Calculator. Option B, Amazon CloudWatch. Option C, AWS Cost Explorer. Option D, AWS Budgets. The correct answer is A, AWS Pricing Calculator. The correct answer is A, the AWS Pricing Calculator. According to official AWS documentation, the AWS Pricing Calculator helps users estimate costs for their planned AWS usage before they start using AWS services. Question 92. Which tool should a developer use to integrate AWS service features directly into an application? Option A, AWS Software Development Kit. Option B, AWS Code Deploy. Option C, AWS Lambda. Option D, AWS Batch. The correct answer is A, AWS Software Development Kit. The correct answer is A, the AWS Software Development Kit, SDK. According to official AWS documentation, the AWS SDK provides libraries and tools that allow developers to easily integrate AWS services into their applications by using familiar programming languages such as Java, Python, .NET, etc. Question 93. Which of the following is a recommended design principle of the AWS well-architected framework? Option A, reduce downtime by making infrastructure changes infrequently and in large increments. Option B, invest the time to configure infrastructure manually. Option C, learn to improve from operational failures. Option D, use monolithic application design for centralization. The correct answer is C, learn to improve from operational failures. According to the AWS well-architected framework, a recommended design principle is to continuously seek ways to improve systems and processes by learning from operational failures. Option C. This aligns with the reliability pillar, which emphasizes the importance of post-incident reviews and continuous improvement. Question 94. Using AWS Identity and Access Management, IAM, to grant access only to the resources needed to perform a task is a concept known as Option A, restricted access. Option B, as needed access. Option C, least privilege access. Option D, token access. The correct answer is C, least privilege access. The concept of granting access only to the resources needed to perform a task is known as least privilege access. This principle ensures that users and roles have the minimum level of access necessary to complete their tasks, which aligns with AWS best practices for security. Question 95. Which AWS service or tool can be used to set up a firewall to control traffic going into and coming out of an Amazon VPC subnet? Option A, Security Group. Option B, AWS WAF. Option C, AWS Firewall Manager. Option D, Network ICL. The correct answer is D, Network ICL. Network ACLs, option D, are virtual firewalls that act as a first line of defense for Amazon VPC subnets, controlling inbound and outbound traffic at the subnet level according to rules defined by the user. Security groups, option A, AWS WAF, option B, and AWS Firewall Manager, option C, do not function as subnet-level firewalls in the same manner. Question 96. A company wants to operate a data warehouse to analyze data without managing the data warehouse infrastructure. Which AWS service will meet this requirement? Option A, Amazon Aurora. Option B, Amazon Redshift Serverless. Option C, AWS Lambda. Option D, Amazon RDS. The correct answer is B, Amazon Redshift Serverless. Amazon Redshift Serverless automatically scales compute and storage capacity to meet the needs of workloads, allowing users to operate a data warehouse without managing the underlying infrastructure. This makes it suitable for the company's requirement to analyze data without handling the data warehouse infrastructure. Question 97. How does AWS Cloud Computing help businesses reduce costs? Choose 2. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, AWS charges the same prices for services in every AWS region. Option B, AWS enables capacity to be adjusted on demand. Option C, AWS offers discounts for Amazon EC2 instances that remain idle for more than 1 week. Option D, AWS does not charge for data sent from the AWS cloud to the internet. Option E, AWS eliminates many of the costs of building and maintaining on-premises data centers. The correct answers are B, and EB is correct because AWS allows businesses to adjust their computing capacity based on demand, which can prevent overprovisioning and reduce costs. E is correct as AWS Cloud services eliminate the need for businesses to invest in and maintain physical infrastructure, thereby reducing associated costs. Question 98. A company wants to grant users in one AWS account access to resources in another AWS account. The users do not currently have permission to access the resources. Which AWS service will meet this requirement? Option A, IAM Group. Option B, IAM Role. Option C, IAM Tag. Option D, IAM Access Analyzer. The correct answer is B, IAM Role. The correct answer is B, IAM Role. According to AWS documentation, an IAM role can be used to grant users in one AWS account access to resources in another AWS account by creating a cross-account role that the external users can assume. Question 99. Which task is the responsibility of AWS when using AWS services? Option A, management of IAM user permissions. Option B, creation of security group rules for outbound access. Option C, maintenance of physical and environmental controls. Option D, application of Amazon EC2 operating system patches. The correct answer is C, maintenance of physical and environmental controls. According to AWS Shared Responsibility Model, maintenance of physical and environmental controls is the responsibility of AWS. This includes managing the infrastructure, hardware, and facilities that support AWS services. Question 100. A company wants to automate infrastructure deployment by using infrastructure as code, ISC. The company wants to scale production stacks so the stacks can be deployed in multiple AWS regions. Which AWS service will meet these requirements? Option A, Amazon CloudWatch. Option B, AWS Config. Option C, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option D, AWS CloudFormation. The correct answer is D, AWS CloudFormation. AWS CloudFormation is designed to help automate the creation and management of AWS infrastructure using infrastructure as code, ISC. It allows for the definition of stacks, which can be deployed across multiple AWS regions, meeting the company's requirement for scaling production stacks in various regions. Question 101. Which option is an AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS CLF, Platform Perspective Capability? Option A, Data Architecture. Option B, Data Protection. Option C, Data Governance. Option D, Data Science. The correct answer is A, Data Architecture. According to AWS documentation, the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS CLF, Platform Perspective, includes capabilities such as data architecture, which focuses on designing and implementing scalable, secure, and efficient data storage and retrieval systems in the cloud. Question 102. A company is running a workload in the AWS cloud. Which AWS best practice ensures the most cost-effective architecture for the workload? Option A, loose coupling. Option B, right-sizing. Option C, caching. Option D, redundancy. The correct answer is B, right-sizing. According to AWS best practices, right-sizing involves selecting the appropriate instance type and size that meets the workload requirements without over-provisioning resources, which ensures a cost-effective architecture by avoiding unnecessary expenses. Question 103. A company is using a third-party service to back up 10 TB of data to a tape library. The on-premises backup server is running out of space. The company wants to use AWS services for the backups without changing its existing backup workflows. Which AWS service should the company use to meet these requirements? Option A, Amazon Elastic Block Store, Amazon EBS. Option B, AWS Storage Gateway. Option C, Amazon Elastic Container Service, Amazon ECS. Option D, AWS Lambda. The correct answer is B, AWS Storage Gateway. AWS Storage Gateway is designed to integrate with existing backup workflows and can act as a virtual tape library, allowing the company to continue using its third-party backup service without changing its workflow. This makes it suitable for backing up large amounts of data like 10 TB. Question 104. Which AWS tool gives users the ability to plan their service usage, service costs, and instance reservations, and also allows them to set custom alerts when their costs or usage exceed established thresholds? Option A, Cost Explorer. Option B, AWS Budgets. Option C, AWS Cost and Usage Report. Option D, Reserved Instance Reporting. The correct answer is B, AWS Budgets. AWS Budgets allows users to plan their service usage, service costs, and instance reservations. It also enables setting custom alerts when costs or usage exceed specified thresholds, making it the correct choice for comprehensive cost management and monitoring. Question 105. Which tasks are the customer's responsibility according to the AWS shared responsibility model? Choose 2. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, establish the global infrastructure. Option B, perform client-side data encryption. Option C, configure IAM credentials. Option D, secure edge locations. Option E, patch Amazon RDS-DB instances. The correct answers are B and C according to the AWS shared responsibility model, performing client-side data encryption, Option B, and configuring IAM credentials, Option C, are responsibilities of the customer. These tasks involve actions that users must take to secure their own data and access controls within their AWS environment. Question 106. A developer has been hired by a large company and needs AWS credentials. Which are security best practices that should be followed? Choose 2. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, grant the developer access to only the AWS resources needed to perform the job. Option B, share the AWS account root user credentials with the developer. Option C, add the developer to the administrators group in AWS IAM. Option D, configure a password policy that ensures the developer's password cannot be changed. Option E, ensure the account password policy requires a minimum length. The correct answers are A and E according to AWS best practices. Granting developers access only to the resources they need, A, is essential for minimizing potential security risks and adhering to the principle of least privilege. Additionally, ensuring that the account password policy requires a minimum length, E, strengthens security by making passwords harder to guess or crack. Question 107. A company has multiple AWS accounts that include compute workloads that cannot be interrupted. The The company wants to obtain billing discounts that are based on the company's use of AWS services. Which AWS feature or purchasing option will meet these requirements? Option A, resource tagging. Option B, consolidated billing. Option C, pay-as-you-go pricing. Option D, spot instances. The correct answer is B, consolidated billing. Consolidated billing allows an organization to combine usage across multiple AWS accounts into a single bill, which can help in obtaining volume discounts based on the total spend. This option meets the requirement for billing discounts without impacting the compute workload's ability to run uninterrupted. Question 108. A user wants to allow applications running on an Amazon EC2 instance to make calls to other AWS services. The access granted must be secure. Which AWS service or feature should be used? Option A, security groups. Option B, AWS Firewall Manager. Option C, IAM roles. Option D, IAM user SSH keys. The correct answer is C, IAM roles. IAM roles provide a secure way to grant applications running on an Amazon EC2 instance the permissions they need to access other AWS services without embedding credentials in the application code or configuration. This aligns with AWS best practices for managing access securely. Question 109. A company wants a fully managed Windows file server for its Windows-based applications. Which AWS service will meet this requirement? Option A, Amazon FSx. Option B, Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service, Amazon EKS. Option C, Amazon Elastic Container Service, Amazon ECS. Option D, Amazon EMR. The correct answer is A, Amazon FSx. Amazon FSx for Windows File Server is a fully managed service that makes it easy to create and scale high-performance file systems for Windows-based applications. It provides a scalable, highly available, and secure file storage solution specifically designed for Windows workloads. Question 110. A company wants to migrate its NFS on-premises workload to AWS. Which AWS storage gateway type should the company use to meet this requirement? Option A, tape gateway. Option B, volume gateway. Option C, Amazon FSx file gateway. Option D, Amazon S3 file gateway. The correct answer is D, Amazon S3 file gateway. The correct answer is D, Amazon S3 file gateway. According to AWS documentation, the Amazon S3 file gateway is designed for NFS workloads and allows on-premises applications that use NFS to store data directly into Amazon S3, making it suitable for migrating NFS-based workloads to AWS. Question 111. A company needs to track the activity in its AWS accounts and needs to know when an API call is made against its AWS resources. Which AWS tool or service can be used to meet these requirements? Option A, Amazon CloudWatch. Option B, Amazon Inspector. Option C, AWS Cloud Trail. Option D, AWS IAM. The correct answer is C, AWS Cloud Trail. AWS Cloud Trail is the correct choice because it enables governance, compliance, operational auditing, and risk auditing of your AWS account by providing event history of API calls made to AWS resources. This service records who performed the action, when it was performed, from which IP address it was performed, and if applicable, whether the request succeeded or failed. Question 112. A company has an uninterruptible application that runs on Amazon EC2 instances. The application constantly processes a backlog of files in an Amazon Simple Queue service, Amazon SQS Queue. This usage is expected to continue to grow for years. What is the most cost-effective EC2 instance purchasing model to meet these requirements? Option A, spot instances. Option B, on-demand instances. Option C, savings plans. Option D, dedicated hosts. The correct answer is C, savings plans. Savings plans provide a significant discount compared to on-demand pricing for consistent usage, making them the most cost-effective option for an application with expected long-term growth. This aligns with AWS documentation, which recommends savings plans for steady-state workloads that are expected to run consistently over a period of time. Question 113. A company wants an AWS service to provide product recommendations based on its customer data. Which AWS service will meet this requirement? Option A, Amazon Poly. Option B, Amazon Personalize. Option C, Amazon Comprehend. Option D, Amazon Recognition. The correct answer is B, Amazon Personalize. Amazon Personalize is specifically designed to provide personalized recommendations based on user data, making it the appropriate choice for a company seeking to offer product recommendations. This service uses machine learning to analyze customer behavior and preferences. Question 114. A company is planning its migration to the AWS Cloud. The company is identifying its capability gaps by using the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS CLF perspectives. Which phase of the cloud transformation journey includes these identification activities? Option A, envision. Option B, align. Option C, scale. Option D, launch. The correct answer is B, align. According to AWS documentation, the align phase of the cloud transformation journey involves identifying capability gaps and aligning on a common vision for cloud adoption within an organization. This phase uses the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS CLF perspectives to assess current state capabilities and plan for future needs. Question 115. A social media company wants to protect its web application from common web exploits such as SQL injections and cross-site scripting. Which AWS service will meet these requirements? Option A, Amazon Inspector. Option B, AWS WAF. Option C, Amazon Guard Duty. Option D, Amazon CloudWatch. The correct answer is B, AWS WAF. AWS WAF, Web Application Firewall, is designed to protect web applications from common web exploits, including SQL injections and cross-site scripting attacks. It allows you to create rules that block or allow traffic based on conditions that you specify. Question 116. Which fully managed AWS service assists with the creation, testing, and management of custom Amazon EC2 images? Option A, EC2 Image Builder. Option B, Amazon Machine Image, IMI. Option C, AWS Launch Wizard. Option D, AWS Elastic Beanstalk. The correct answer is A, EC2 Image Builder. EC2 Image Builder is a fully managed AWS service that automates the creation, management, and deployment of customized, secure, and up-to-date, golden server images for Amazon EC2 instances. It simplifies the process of building and maintaining these images by providing a user-friendly interface and APIs. Question 117. A company wants an automated process to continuously scan its Amazon EC2 instances for software vulnerabilities. Which AWS service will meet these requirements? Option A, Amazon Guard Duty. Option B, Amazon Inspector. Option C, Amazon Detective. Option D, Amazon Cognito. The correct answer is B, Amazon Inspector. Amazon Inspector is specifically designed to automatically assess applications for security vulnerabilities and deviations from best practices. It continuously monitors Amazon EC2 instances, making it the appropriate choice for the described requirement. Question 118. A company needs to perform data processing once a week that typically takes about 5 hours to complete. Which AWS service should the company use for this workload? Option A, AWS Lambda. Option B, Amazon EC2. Option C, AWS Code Deploy. Option D, AWS Wavelength. The correct answer is B, Amazon EC2. Amazon EC2 is the correct choice for this workload because it allows the company to launch and use virtual servers instances that can run for extended periods, such as the 5-hour weekly data processing task. AWS Lambda is not suitable for long-running processes exceeding its execution limits, while AWS Code Deploy is used for automating code deployments, and AWS Wavelength is designed for running applications closer to 5G users. Question 119. Which AWS service or feature provides log information of the inbound and outbound traffic on network interfaces in a VPC? Option A, Amazon CloudWatch Logs. Option B, AWS CloudTrail. Option C, VPC Flow Logs. Option D, AWS Identity and Access Management, IAM. The correct answer is C, VPC Flow Logs. VPC Flow Logs is the correct answer because it captures information about the IP traffic going to and from network interfaces in your VPC, as stated in official AWS documentation. This service provides detailed log information of inbound and outbound traffic on network interfaces within a virtual private cloud, VPC, which aligns with the question's requirement. Question 120. A company wants to design a centralized storage system to manage the configuration data and passwords for its critical business applications. Which AWS service or capability will meet these requirements most cost-effectively? Option A, AWS Systems Manager Parameter Store. Option B, AWS Secrets Manager. Option C, AWS Config. Option D, Amazon S3. The correct answer is A, AWS Systems Manager Parameter Store. AWS Systems Manager Parameter Store is designed to store configuration data and secrets securely, making it ideal for managing critical business application settings cost-effectively. It integrates seamlessly with other AWS services and supports hierarchical namespaces, which helps in organizing parameters efficiently. Question 121. A company plans to deploy containers on AWS. The company wants full control of the compute resources that host the containers. Which AWS service will meet these requirements? Option A, Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service, Amazon EKS. Option B, AWS Fargate. Option C, Amazon EC2. Option D, Amazon Elastic Container Service, Amazon ECS. The correct answer is C. Amazon EC2. Amazon EC2 provides full control over the compute resources, allowing users to launch and manage virtual servers on which they can deploy containers directly or with their preferred container orchestration tool. This level of control is not provided by AWS Fargate, Amazon EKS, or Amazon ECS without using EC2 as the underlying infrastructure. Question 122. Which AWS service or feature allows users to create new AWS accounts, group multiple accounts to organize workflows, and apply policies to groups of accounts? Option A, AWS Identity and Access Management, IAM. Option B, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option C, AWS CloudFormation. Option D, AWS Organizations. The correct answer is D, AWS Organizations. AWS Organizations is the service that enables users to create new AWS accounts, organize them into groups, and apply policies across these groups. This functionality is specifically designed for managing multiple AWS accounts within an organization. Question 123. A company wants to store and retrieve files in Amazon S3 for its existing on-premises applications by using industry-standard file system protocols. Which AWS service will meet these requirements? Option A, AWS DataSync. Option B, AWS Snowball Edge. Option C, Amazon S3 File Gateway. Option D, AWS Transfer Family. The correct answer is C, Amazon S3 File Gateway. Amazon S3 File Gateway is designed to work with existing applications that use file system protocols by storing files directly into Amazon S3. This service allows on-premises applications to access data in S3 using standard file system protocols, meeting the company's requirements. Question 124. A company wants to block SQL injection attacks. Which AWS service or feature should the company use to meet this requirement? Option A, AWS WAF. Option B, Network ACLs. Option C, Security Groups. Option D, AWS Certificate Manager, ICM. The correct answer is A, AWS WAF. AWS WAF is designed to protect web applications from common web exploits and bots by allowing you to create rules that block SQL injection attacks, among other threats. Network ACLs, security groups, and AWS Certificate Manager do not provide the specific functionality needed to detect and block SQL injection attacks. Question 125. A company wants a unified tool to provide a consistent method to interact with AWS services. Which AWS service or tool will meet this requirement? Option A, AWS CLI. Option B, Amazon Elastic Container Service, Amazon ECS. Option C, AWS Cloud9. Option D, AWS Virtual Private Network, AWS VPN. The correct answer is A, AWS CLI. The correct answer is A, AWS CLI. According to official AWS documentation, the AWS Command Line Interface, CLI, provides a unified tool to interact with various AWS services consistently from the command line or scripts. Question 126. A company needs to evaluate its AWS environment and provide best practice recommendations in 5 categories: cost, performance, service limits, fault tolerance, and security. Which AWS service can the company use to meet these requirements? Option A, AWS Shield. Option B, AWS WAF. Option C, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option D, AWS Service Catalog. The correct answer is C, AWS Trusted Advisor. AWS Trusted Advisor provides real-time guidance to help you provision your resources following best practices, improve the performance and security of your workloads, and avoid overspending. It covers categories including cost optimization, performance efficiency, fault tolerance, service limits, and security, making it suitable for evaluating an AWS environment and providing recommendations in these areas. Question 127. Which perspective in the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS CLF, includes capabilities for configuration management and patch management? Option A, Platform. Option B, Operations. Option C, Security. Option D, Governance. The correct answer is B, Operations. The correct answer is B, Operations. According to the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS CLF, the operations perspective includes capabilities for configuration management and patch management as part of its focus on maintaining and managing cloud resources effectively. Question 128. A company has a compute workload that is steady, predictable, and uninterruptible. Which Amazon EC2 instance purchasing options meet these requirements most cost-effectively? Choose 2. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, on-demand instances. Option B, reserved instances. Option C, spot instances. Option D, saving plans. Option E, dedicated hosts. The correct answers are B and D. Reserved instances and savings plans are the most cost-effective options for steady, predictable, and uninterruptible workloads, as they offer significant discounts compared to on-demand pricing in exchange for a commitment to AWS. Spot instances and dedicated hosts do not meet the requirement of being uninterruptible. Question 129. Which Amazon EC2 pricing model is the most cost-efficient for an uninterruptible workload that runs once a year for 24 hours? Option A, on-demand instances. Option B, reserved instances. Option C, spot instances. Option D, dedicated instances. The correct answer is A, on-demand instances. The correct answer is A, on-demand instances. For an uninterruptible workload that runs once a year for 24 hours, on-demand instances are the most cost-efficient option as they do not require upfront costs or long-term commitments like reserved instances and provide more reliability than spot instances, which can be interrupted. Question 130. Which option is a shared responsibility between AWS and its customers under the AWS shared responsibility model? Option A, configuration of Amazon EC2 instance operating systems. Option B, application file system server-side encryption. Option C, patch management. Option D, security of the physical infrastructure. The correct answer is C, patch management. Under the AWS shared responsibility model, patch management is a shared responsibility between AWS and its customers. AWS manages the underlying infrastructure's patches, while customers are responsible for patching their own operating systems, applications, and data on top of AWS services. Question 131. A company wants to migrate its on-premises workloads to the AWS cloud. The company wants to separate workloads for chargeback to different departments. Which AWS services or features will meet these requirements? Choose 2. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, placement groups. Option B, consolidated billing. Option C, edge locations. Option D, AWS config. Option E, multiple AWS accounts. The correct answers are B and E, consolidated billing. Option B allows a single payer account to consolidate the costs of multiple member accounts for simplified payment and volume discounting. Multiple AWS accounts. Option E enable separation of workloads by department, facilitating chargeback processes based on usage. Question 132. Which task is a responsibility of AWS according to the AWS shared responsibility model? Option A, enable client-side encryption for objects that are stored in Amazon S3. Option B, configure IAM security policies to comply with the principle of least privilege. Option C, patch the guest operating system on an Amazon EC2 instance. Option D, apply updates to the Nitro hypervisor. The correct answer is D, apply updates to the Nitro hypervisor. According to the AWS shared responsibility model, AWS is responsible for applying updates to the underlying infrastructure that supports its services, including the Nitro hypervisor, which is part of the virtualization technology used in Amazon EC2. This task falls under AWS's responsibility as they manage and maintain the global infrastructure, hardware, software, networking components, and facilities. Question 133. Which option is a benefit of using AWS for cloud computing? Option A, trade variable expense for fixed expense. Option B, pay-as-you-go pricing. Option C, decreased speed and agility. Option D, spending money running and maintaining data centers. The correct answer is B, pay-as-you-go pricing. Pay-as-you-go pricing is a benefit of using AWS for cloud computing, as it allows customers to pay only for the resources they use, aligning with AWS's cost-effective model that avoids upfront costs and reduces financial risk. Question 134. Which option is an AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS CLF Business Perspective Capability? Option A, Culture Evolution. Option B, Event Management. Option C, Data Monetization. Option D, Platform Architecture. The correct answer is C, Data Monetization. According to AWS documentation, the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS CLF, includes business perspective capabilities such as data monetization, which focuses on leveraging data for new revenue streams or cost savings. Therefore, data monetization is correctly identified as an AWS CLF business perspective capability. Question 135. A company is assessing its AWS business support plan to determine if the plan still meets the company's needs. The company is considering switching to AWS Enterprise Support. Which additional benefit will the company receive with AWS Enterprise Support? Option A, a full set of AWS Trusted Advisor checks. Option B, phone, email, and chat access to cloud support engineers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Option C, a designated technical account manager, TIM, to assist in monitoring and optimization. Option D, a consultative review and architecture guidance for the company's applications. The correct answer is C, a designated technical account manager, TIM, to assist in monitoring and optimization. According to AWS documentation, AWS Enterprise Support includes a designated technical account manager, TIM, which is not included in the business support plan. The TIM assists with monitoring and optimization of AWS resources. Question 136. Which pricing model will interrupt a running Amazon EC2 instance if capacity becomes temporarily unavailable? Option A, on-demand instances. Option B, standard reserved instances. Option C, spot instances. Option D, convertible reserved instances. The correct answer is C, spot instances. Spot instances can be interrupted by Amazon EC2 with 2 minutes notification when capacity is needed back, or if the maximum price limit set by the user is exceeded, as per official AWS documentation. Question 137. Which options are AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS CLF Security Perspective capabilities? Choose 2. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, observability. Option B, incident and problem management. Option C, incident response. Option D, infrastructure protection. Option E, availability and continuity. The correct answers are C and D according to AWS documentation. The AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS CLF, security, perspective capabilities include incident response and infrastructure protection. These capabilities are designed to help organizations manage security incidents effectively and protect their infrastructure against threats. Question 138. A company wants to run its workload on Amazon EC2 instances for more than 1 year. This workload will run continuously. Which option offers a discounted hourly rate compared to the hourly rate of on-demand instances? Option A, AWS Graviton Processor. Option B, dedicated hosts. Option C, EC2 Instance Savings Plans. Option D, Amazon EC2 Auto-Scaling Instances. The correct answer is C, EC2 Instance Savings Plans. EC2 Instance Savings Plans provide a discounted hourly rate compared to on-demand instances when you commit to using a certain amount of instance usage for more than 1 year, which aligns with the company's requirement for continuous workload over an extended period. Question 139. Which characteristic of the AWS Cloud helps users eliminate underutilized CPU capacity? Option A, agility. Option B, elasticity. Option C, reliability. Option D, durability. The correct answer is B, elasticity. Elasticity in the AWS Cloud allows users to scale computing resources up or down automatically based on demand, which helps eliminate underutilized CPU capacity by adjusting resource allocation efficiently. Question 140. Which AWS services can a company use to achieve a loosely coupled architecture? Choose 2. This is a select all that apply question. Option A, Amazon Workspaces. Option B, Amazon Simple Queue Service, Amazon SQS. Option C, Amazon Connect. Option D, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option E, AWS Step Functions. The correct answers are B and E to achieve a loosely coupled architecture. Companies can use Amazon's Simple Queue Service, Amazon SQS, for decoupling components by enabling them to send and receive messages asynchronously. Additionally, AWS step functions help in coordinating multiple AWS services into serverless workflows, further promoting loose coupling between different parts of an application. Question 141. Which AWS cloud service can send alerts to customers if custom spending thresholds are exceeded? Option A, AWS Budgets. Option B, AWS Cost Explorer. Option C, AWS Cost Allocation Tags. Option D, AWS Organizations. The correct answer is A, AWS Budgets. AWS Budgets allows customers to set custom spending limits and receive alerts when these thresholds are exceeded or approaching, helping in cost management. This feature is specifically designed for monitoring and alerting on costs, making it the correct choice. Question 142. A company plans to migrate to the AWS Cloud. The company wants to use the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS CLF, to define and track business outcomes as part of its cloud transformation journey, which AWS CLF governance perspective capability will meet these requirements. Option A, Benefits Management. Option B, Risk Management. Option C, Application Portfolio Management. Option D, Cloud Financial Management. The correct answer is A, Benefits Management. According to AWS documentation, the benefits management capability under the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS CLF governance perspective, is designed to define and track business outcomes throughout a cloud transformation journey. This makes it the appropriate choice for the company's requirements. Question 143. A company needs to quickly and securely move files over long distances between its client and an Amazon S3 bucket. Which S3 feature will meet this requirement? Option A, S3 versioning. Option B, S3 transfer acceleration. Option C, S3 ACLs. Option D, S3 intelligent tiering. The correct answer is B, S3 transfer acceleration. S3 transfer acceleration is designed to speed up transfers of files over long distances by using Amazon CloudFront's globally distributed edge locations, which reduces the latency inherent in long-distance data transfer. Question 144. A company needs to continuously run an experimental workload on an Amazon EC2 instance and stop the instance after 12 hours. Which instance purchasing option will meet this requirement most cost-effectively? Option A, on-demand instances. Option B, reserved instances. Option C, spot instances. Option D, dedicated instances. The correct answer is A, on-demand instances. On-demand instances provide hourly pricing with no upfront commitment, making them suitable for short-term workloads like the 12-hour experimental workload described. While spot instances can be more cost-effective, they may be interrupted by AWS if there is a shortage of capacity or higher bidding users, which does not align with the requirement for continuous running. Question 145. Which cloud transformation journey phase of the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS CLF, focuses on demonstrating how the cloud helps accelerate business outcomes? Option A, Scale. Option B, Envision. Option C, Align. Option D, Launch. The correct answer is B, Envision. The correct answer is B, Envision. According to the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS CLF, the Envision phase focuses on demonstrating how the cloud can help accelerate business outcomes by aligning technology initiatives with business goals. Question 146. Which option is a customer responsibility under the AWS shared responsibility model? Option A, maintenance of underlying hardware of Amazon EC2 instances. Option B, application data security. Option C, physical security of data centers. Option D, maintenance of VPC components. The correct answer is B, application data security. Under the AWS shared responsibility model, AWS is responsible for the security of the cloud, while customers are responsible for security in the cloud. This includes managing application data security, as stated by official AWS documentation. Question 147. A company wants its Amazon EC2 instances to operate in a highly available environment, even if there is a natural disaster in a particular geographic area. Which approach will achieve this goal? Option A, use EC2 instances in multiple AWS regions. Option B, use EC2 instances in multiple Amazon CloudFront locations. Option C, use EC2 instances in multiple edge locations. Option D, use EC2 instances in AWS local zones. The correct answer is A, use EC2 instances in multiple AWS regions. Using EC2 instances in multiple AWS regions. Option A ensures high availability and disaster recovery, as each region is designed to be isolated from failures in other regions. This approach allows the company's services to continue operating even if a natural disaster affects one geographic area. Question 148. A company wants to modernize and convert a monolithic application into microservices. The company wants to move the application to AWS. Which migration strategy should the company use? Option A, rehost. Option B, replatform. Option C, repurchase. Option D, refactor. The correct answer is D, refactor. Refactoring is the process of restructuring an existing codebase without changing its external behavior, which aligns with converting a monolithic application into microservices. This approach allows for modernizing and improving the architecture while moving to AWS. Question 149. A systems administrator created a new IAM user for a developer and assigned the user an access key instead of a username and password. What is the access key used for? Option A, to access the AWS account as the AWS account root user. Option B, to access the AWS account through the AWS Management Console. Option C, to access the AWS account through a CLI. Option D, to access all of a company's AWS accounts. The correct answer is C, to access the AWS account through a CLI. An access key in IAM is used for programmatic access to AWS services, typically via the AWS command line interface, CLI, or software development kits, SDKs. It does not provide access through the AWS Management Console and is specific to the individual user it was created for, not all of a company's AWS accounts. Question 150. Which option is an environment that consists of one or more data centers? Option A, Amazon CloudFront. Option B, Availability Zone. Option C, VPC. Option D, AWS Outposts. The correct answer is B, Availability Zone. An availability zone is an isolated location within an AWS region. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more cloud cert lessons, and I'll see you in the next one.